Hi everyone, welcome to another of my videos. Okay, about the video. So this is sort of a news because what happened to me is I did get my update. I'll show you what's happened and what mobile phone I have, and I realized there's something really wrong about it. And so some of the software I had installed, I didn't find it there, and I thought it maybe just my phone or something that I did, but I realized there was something came up on news, so I decided to take my my own research. There was only one article. I did run into it in my news app, and then I figured out there's some other things as well wrong, and I decided to make a video so at least the people who subscribe to my channel and maybe just experience such a mystery as well, where the software is actually disappearing, or maybe the files itself. And it just came out actually with the Android 11 update, and that was never the case before that. And I was like a little bit surprised, and I'm making a video as well and a bit of research and some more extra things, maybe advice how to tackle it. Right, so my phone itself, so I do have a Nokia 3.2. It's not the best phone there is, of course. I spend usually more, but since I'm like an old dog and it's very hard to teach old dog new tricks, I usually go for Nokia 5. But in the store when I was buying, because I was destroyed my previous one, they only had the 3 series and they didn't have the 5 series. And I think they had 8 series, which is more expensive, and I didn't actually want to see how much I would spend pretty much as much as on my laptop, so that didn't come. And I did went for Nokia. Of course, there's other Android phones that are better, but I didn't know for Nokia, and unfortunately the only one I could buy. If you have a look at the specs on performance and all this, so the things that's interest to us is internal storage. I have a 16GB one. Of course, it comes in 32 and 64 gigabytes as well. Operating system pre-installed. The Nokia 3.2 comes with Android 10. RAM 2 gigabytes or 3 gigabytes. That's also important because Android also have Android operating system Go, and if you don't have 2 gigabytes or less, if you have 2 or less, then that's going to be a Go, which is kind of a bit restricted. Apps still work on it. But there's some features here, it's like GPS, let's say the maps itself, it does work, but the thing is, like, it doesn't rotate and it doesn't show you the directions and all this. So basically this is what I have, and the storage, external storage up to 400 gigabytes. I did buy the external storage. I actually had it already, so I had it already there. So the update itself, so I was like not really interested to get it, but as you can see, my system update, just right on the bottom, it says system update. There's some difference between updates, upgrades, and clear installs, and it's already Android 11. It's not that clear to see, but I'll mention it there. It's on my settings, and I did pull it up and just wanted to make sense out of it. Whatever's on news and whatever happened to my apps and all this. Right, so the software update and upgrade. So it says update, but it's actually an upgrade, and this operating system is still software as any other one, but it's the one that controls like your camera, your touchpad, your functionality, your operating system. That's the one that you're installing. And so software updates itself, it's like usually like security risk update. It's like a bug or fix functionality, like some errors, or it stops working. And software upgrades are just like clear installs when you don't actually have a software on your phone, or it basically deletes the whole operating system and installs it new, which is you format the phone or laptop. Usually done with laptops, not with the phone. So it's upgrades on the top of the information you already have. I'll tell you how big was the upgrade package and how much it actually takes up the space itself, just to make it. And basically saying from that all, I can say you that these upgrades, they're going to be more and more actually memory savvy, so it's going to use up more and more. So it downloads the package, it installs the things, it deletes the package that you don't use, and the new files go on the top on the old ones, just to have the upgrade for the exists in Android 10 to Android 11. So it comes with new functionality, and you can see updates, basically some new security updates, and some software comes on operating on a new one, and it actually smoothens out, and it upcodes its new features and new things. Right, so what did actually the software that I lose? So you have a screen on the left. I made a video about the about my cell phone, about my finance tracking, and so I did a screenshot. I showed how it works, and this video is on my channel. So if you just want a simple Excel spreadsheet to manage your finances, or just keep on before them, it's on my channel, you can say it. So I did actually take a screen grab of what I had, and then after that what I have as well. So after is that basically it happened. This is the second time it happened to me. I'll tell you what happened to me in the first time, and on the right hand side is that what I ended up having. So basically the apps are positioned the same as well, except Autoscout, which is like a use for Germany. I'm trying to buy a car now. The software that's gone, and this is very interesting. Basically, yeah, the YouTube Studio stays, and then Google Analytics stays as well. So YouTube belongs to Google, so these apps are staying. But this actually makes a pretty much good sense, because some apps you don't use, or some of the bigger ones, they're gonna get rid of them first rather than deleting all the smaller ones, which actually makes sense. So the Outlook is pretty big, so that's disappeared. I have all my email addresses there and everything, you know. Messenger, Facebook Messenger is gone as well. Then there is this safety feature for my bank accounts in Latvia, that's gone as well. LinkedIn is gone as well. Tinder is gone. Okay, I can live without Tinder on the COVID-19 times. WhatsApp is gone, and pretty much this was shocking, you know. And I only have one screen, you know. I don't have two screens with the app, so I don't have more than this. And even if I run out of them and all this, I need to reinstall them, because I definitely use them. Yeah, let's have a closer look at the damage, you know. Let's see what actually happened. And I mentioned the files as well, which I didn't show on this. Let me just pull up my phone. Right, so I showed you this is my phone now. This is my apps. And I did mention Excel, which I use it, you know, and I have the saving file, and I have the cash flow file, and these are the most recent ones used. You know, the cash flow, you file that up, and it says open file. Excel cannot open the cash follow Excel because the file format of the file extension is not valid. Verify that the file has not been corrupted and that the file extension matches the format of the file. Well, this is the Excel. It was always there. The files are there, and if you just go in, it has its own file directory search, like Windows Explorer, like Android Explorer. I don't have one, but this is like, you know, on your device you have like documents, the savings. Let's have a look. Again, error. So it's actually, the file is actually there. So, and same thing, you know, open again. So my device, I actually, let's have a go. My device, I have it on downloads, because I downloaded it with the transferred the file from my computer. I downloaded it with the Google Chrome, and then in Google Chrome downloads it stays there if you don't delete it. So there you go. Even there, even like the files on my device, downloads that didn't go. Storage, I don't actually have much here. The savings is here, and it's the same error. So the file came good, and it came with the Excel. Maybe Excel is crushed now. Maybe the file disappeared. And if you just go on a camera, and you know, it's like these basic cameras, which is really cool. I don't have much really in that films my PC now. You know, it's like, and you go here and you want to pull up your pictures on the right hand side bottom, but it doesn't really do that. So this is a shame. Well, so yeah, so I kind of got scared. Maybe what happened to my pictures, because there's something you can't replace. You know, if you don't have a software, you can install it again. There's no problem with that. But the photos, if they are gone, and this is the Google Photo app, and this is kind of what shows that I have. So certificate, this is actually there, but this is a copy of text from image. This is kind of like Davos 13th 2020. Now it's 2021. So, and this is black spot, and I don't see anything else, to be honest. Like, I'll go in a library, there's also the screenshots, I don't think I have any, or if this shows something, and none of them are really coming up. So basically it got rid of all my screen captures. Twitter, I don't have nothing. WhatsApp images, WhatsApp disappeared. So basically I have nothing to be nothing that I have. The only thing I can suggest on the right hand side, so this is the backup options and all this, and this is only for the pictures. Backups off, keep your photos safe for backing up them to your Google account. So Google account, when it comes Google account, you can have several, and you can go between them. I have these. So they all come with 16 gigabyte memory, so it goes in the cloud and it's got the pictures from a cloud, so it doesn't really actually store them on your mobile phone, which is a safe thing. You can turn on the backup here. It does ask you if you want original pictures, which is like store photos and videos with no change to the quality, high quality, store more at the slightly reduced quality. Well, you probably don't want that. And then you want to probably the backup with this. My original Bruno Pilat's Gmail is there, so at least you have your pictures. That's something you can't replace. It's not a software, so you probably don't want to lose them. I lost all my. The phone is 1 year old, and I lost the whole thing, and I'm probably just gonna go and just keep them now. And it shows me how much I have. And account storage to 240 megabytes. There's some other things because it compares, and it's not only pictures, and I'll show you later on what the other updates are, because the Google itself, let's have this is for the pictures, okay? Well, let's have a look what else I can find out. So the pictures can be saved. Right, moving forward, so I have some screenshots here. So you have in the settings, if you go in all in the settings, you have like system section, and it goes in the system, and you have a backup, like the step 2. So you have a backup. So this is like separate from the photos, because Google have the photos, but the account is still limited to 16 gigabytes. So you have these. You have the photos, you have Google Drive, I think, Google Documents. You can store the documents there, and this is something else. This actually stores, I'll show you, automatic restore. When installing apps, restore backed up settings and data. So the apps already, you're going to be logged in, you know, you have your messenger, and it's already going to give you settings. Or if you have like I have Google Analytics, I use 3 accounts, and they're all logged in, and they show me all the features and everything. I don't need to set up the app, and I don't need. I have a dashboard when I only see what the people coming on my website, so I don't need to set this live or what happened the previous year or. And all these features they have, so I have all this. So this is automatic restore. I have it upgraded, and as you saw, 240 megabytes already taken from my memory. Basically, this is what I played around just before making a video. But there's backup my data, and which is the next option. So the pictures are separate. The apps, that's a cool thing, you know. And if you just go and backup my data, which is now on. So basically it says automatically backs up device such as Wi-Fi passwords and call history, which is pretty cool, and app data such as the settings and files stored by apps remotely. So there's some information. This is personal settings. As I mentioned, this is the first option when you reinstall the software. It kind of covers the same thing, to be honest, because if there's an app and they need the data, then it's going to be on your direct memory, or maybe on the SD card, like a memory card which I bought. It's like 64 gigabytes. It can store some app data, not the most important ones, and of course the most of the operational files are actually on the memory of the phone, not on a storage card, because they need to access them, and whatever happens with the card, this just crashed the whole phone. So when you install the Android update, is going to be on your main memory, and I'll show you how big it should be, and all these things. And the second sentence was like, when you turn on automatic backup device, and app data is periodically saved remotely. Okay, that's automatically on Wi-Fi. App data can be any data that an app has saved based on developer settings, including potentially sensitive data such as contacts, messages, and photos. So it's about the photos again, and messages and contacts. So let's have you say WhatsApp, you have your contact list, and these might actually disappear, and that's really, really sad. You can't really replace them. You might find them on the Facebook when you log in, but then the data, they need to actually be from Facebook coming there, and they can transfer it. So I played it out with the button for the backup. I turned it on before the video, and now I try to turn it off, and basically the warning comes up: stop backing up the data such as Wi-Fi passwords and whole history. Okay, we know about that. And app data such as settings and files stored by apps, plus erase all copies or remote servers on remote servers. So this is actually deleting the data there as well, and we're going to speak about the memory, and we're going to go further, and this is 16 gigabytes. And actually, whenever I came up with the this video, it can erase the data. And I need to mention there, I run into another article at this point, and in the middle of 2021, already people are getting the emails. So if you're not using your email for 2 years, like Gmail, I have 3 of them, and I'm pretty much using both of them, but I have the Outlook, so it kind of doesn't log in straight away. It gets the files, but it doesn't synchronize with the Gmail account, so you're kind of not using it. So they were saying if you have lots of emails and you have your files and you never actually used the 16 gigabytes memory, like maybe you have some files there, maybe you had some old Android phone, now you have a, let's say, iPhone. If you don't use it, they're gonna erase the memory. You're gonna keep the account, but they're gonna erase the old emails. They're gonna erase the memory as well. So be careful. Just came out. You're gonna get the email, and if you're not using it, well, you're not gonna get it because you don't open it. And then in 2 years, starting from middle of 2021 onwards, after 21 middle till the next 2 years, you're gonna keep it. You're gonna have these warning messages. So if you don't actually use it, you don't log in, you can actually lose all the files. But it doesn't say if you're gonna lose the account or account name. That just came up when I was making a video, so I got this article just in my face, and they received the email. They had a copy of the email. I tried to include it in my research on this video as well. So, and this is about the backup. I don't know if you're gonna really gonna get that, and you can use it. It's only 16 gigabytes. Okay, moving forward, what about the software updates? Okay, yes. So this is something I had to mention because this is actually the second time it happened to me, and I show you how much memory I have. Basically, what happened is, whenever every single now and then you get updates, like warnings on your Android phone, and so you need to install the new versions and all this. So I just pushed the install it all like last year in the middle. That was no problem, and then I put on install it all like in between these times, and I made a video at like October, and then this update. And I pushed install it all, so they download like 1 or 2 after another, like updates, then they install, and the next download starts. And I think I ran out of the place, and some of the apps crashed. I had to redelete them, I had to reinstall them. So be careful as well. If you're running low on memory, then that should be a case, and don't go for update all or update some of them. And this is not like an Android update. It's not gonna force you to actually go for it, because some software you should be updated, but you might actually choose not to, and maybe you're gonna get rid of some of the software that have enough place for the update itself. And I'll tell you how much are the updates and all that. Right, so moving forward, let's check the storage. Okay, so step 1, you go to the settings as before, and then step 2, on the settings you have the storage, like at the bottom there on a picture second, and this is what actually comes up. So main storage. So it says the main storage, and it has 2 sub storages, like internal storage and SD storage. So it says like 50 gigabytes out of 80 used. The first one is internal storage. Actually, it's SD card, and the internal storage is kind of the totals are actually together, and like the total like 16 gigabytes plus 64, because my memory card is actually 64 gigabytes, and I have 16 on my cell phone. It does show like internal storage like total, but the numbers there, they don't really add up. We're gonna look at the apps, and the CD storage, SD storage, I have on the left I have like two pictures on both of them. It's like the one shows the top, the totals, and then you need to scroll a little bit down just to see the system files and the cache data and all these. So it's like two pictures, but it's a different number. Like I pulled out the numbers, and let's go forward. So this is what it is. So main storage says is 50 gigs use of 80, and then internal storage says like 50 gigs of 80. So it's the same number really. So but now you can see it clearly. But internal storage says it has like 5.6 gigabytes of apps, and system files 8.5. So the system files are mostly the most main ones, should be on main storage. Apps should be as well, but it also includes a total for SD card, so you need to ignore that. So it's 14.1 gigabytes. So from 16 gigabytes I already have this. If you look on the bottom, you can see how large is Android 11 update. It's 1.8 gigabytes. So basically it downloaded the whole thing, it had enough space, it deleted some apps. I can't remember, it was 1 gig or even less I had, I think so. So it deleted a whole file, so 14, and then started to install the download it, started to install it, and then they got rid of all the downloads because the new files go on top of the other ones. So I ended up, they cleaned up my files, they cleaned up my software, and I had no clue how big it is, so I needed to do my research. SD card as well on the right hand side, so I bought the 64 one, I had it already. So you have apps of 2.9 gigabytes and you have system 32 gigabytes. So it helps, so you can storage card, it stores some system files, not the most important ones, because the important ones go internal storage. This is how it is, and I have to be honest, on the middle there and the bottom you can see apps and system total for both of them. It is 49 gigabytes, so you really need some sort of things like these, and you need to get them ready. So I did went further, and I did had a look what's going on. I did had a look at the minimum requirements and my memory mobile phone. So you can see the minimum ones. Internal storage 16 gigabytes, I have that. Okay, wasn't enough. Micro SD ready, up to 64 gigabytes. I had the 64 gigabyte one, didn't go on. RAM is operating system memory, so it can process 2 gigabytes like a certain time at the same time. It's not a storage, but it's how fast it can work with the data. I do have like a 3 gigabytes, which is cool as well. And as I mentioned, you're gonna get Go version. I never seen that, like, you know, you have Android version, then it's gonna go to the Go version. But if there's a phone that's not strong enough when it comes out with the memory and it has RAM less than 2, then it's gonna be a Go version, which is a bit minimalistic, and about 20 euro, 30 euro is gonna get you the real version, but you still need to watch out for the memory. CPU usage, that's also as well, it has to be 1.2 gigahertz or more. It's pretty fast. These phones are become very fast now, and you need to watch that out as well, because it's less, it's gonna be Android Go version. I said you, it's limited, the app's still gonna work, but it's inconvenient and it's gone. There's more requirements like camera, like you have selfies, you work with the like let's say Facebook, and you can post the pictures, and it has like it controls the camera, it allows you to use it for pictures and all this. You need the GPS, Google services, you need all these apps, you know, Google Store where you can all things, Google Play Store, so Google Maps and all these, and Wi-Fi system as well, so you can download things, because some of the programs only work on Wi-Fi. More and Android versions 5 and 6, they're gonna get updates. So if you have an older phone, unfortunately you need to spend some more money, and it's a disaster. I can play with the phones, I actually do learn Android app development, so I kind of know these things inside out, sweat a bit, how to create them, how they work, how it's in the background. But if there's older person in your family, they have some apps pre-installed, they always use them, like WhatsApp to speak with the family, or Facebook Messenger, call each other. So some people might be in trouble who are not so obsessed with the technology like I am. So this all says only one thing, that my new cell phone, mobile phone, internal memory has to be 32 gigabytes if you don't want to crash it, and I don't even have that much apps, to be honest. I'm not that crazy app user. However, I use them and I need them, and it's very convenient. External 64 gigabytes minimum. The external cards don't call much. Whenever you buy a phone, get the 64, get 128 maybe, just to be safe. And I mentioned operation RAM should be 3 gigabytes, and the speed of processor should be 1.2 gigahertz. So this is definitely the minimum. I need to get myself a new phone and check out with your relatives, maybe who are older generation. They might actually see some things disappearing and they don't understand what's going on. So just to warn it, it's a video now. It's not just only an article, and I wanted to inform as many people as I can. Well, thank you for watching. I hope it actually this sort of a news release get you up on date. If you're watching that by mistake and you run it, you had the same problems, you know where they're coming from. This is a new thing. I didn't go on Android on a Google website to see the news release or something on all this. I don't think they actually published anything of that. Otherwise, there would be millions of articles. That's why I'm creating this one as well. It's kind of borrowing information, doing my own research. So should be just to finish. This should be the phone basics. So you need to get buying the new phone for yourself or for your family member. These are the minimum as well. I need to do that as well. So that's about concludes the whole topic. I hope you found it useful, and of course, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.